Chapter 2, Tatsuya Minamoto. Sakuya's hand lingered on my sleeve, his orange voice dipping into a low, playful line.
Are you sure I can't just sneak into the third-year class with you, Miyoya? I could sit on the floor or hide in a locker.
I let out a soft, breathy laugh, tilting my head toward the localized warmth of his breath. Sakuya-kun, if you skip any more of Saito-sensei's history lectures, you'll have to repeat the second year entirely. I said it as gently as I could, but I could hear the subtle shifting of his weight, the sudden slump of his posture, as his orange aura turned into a deflated, misty cloud of disappointment. Before he could argue, the harsh, yellow, metallic chime of the morning bell vibrated through the floorboards, forcing him to trudge back down the stairs.
Let's go, Tachibana-san.
Katsura-senpai's quiet silver ribbon of sound wrapped around my right side, his movements so deliberate they created a vacuum of silence in the noisy hallway. As reluctantly Soma-san let his grip release from my shoulder, I steered toward Katsura-senpai's voice, guiding me away from the jagged, electric blue friction of Soma-san's nearby presence. As Soma-san called out,
"See you after school, Ore no Miyoya."
my cheeks burned. Why did he have to possessively claim me in front of everyone? I didn't reply. Then came the telltale clack-clack of high-heeled loafers on linoleum, Reika Sayanji and her friends. I felt the air pressure change as they passed, their voices hitting me like a wave of stagnant, muddy heat. We slipped into the classroom just as the heavy, vacuum-sealed slide of the door clicked into place. Katsura-senpai moved with practiced precision. He pulled out my chair, the metal legs scraping against the floor in a rhythmic pattern that told me exactly where the desk sat in relation to the center file. The desk pressed firmly against my waist, anchoring me. He tapped his knee once as the floorboard gave a hollow thump, a haptic signal for So-So. He had never done this last year. I gave her the verbal command, So-So, down. My loyal guide dog let out a compliant huff, the weight of her body shifting as she settled into a perfect coil on her vinyl mat. Katsura-senpai took his seat to my left, the faint, dry friction of his fingers flowing over the smooth pages of his textbook, the only sign he was there. At the front of the room, Saitoto-sensei's attendance book hit the wooden podium with a resonant, dusty thud.
All right, everyone. Take your seats. Before we begin the orientation syllabus, we have an unexpected addition to our class today.
The sliding door clicked open. A heavy, confident stride entered, not the shuffling gait of a student, but a measured, rhythmic tread. Each step seemed to absorb the ambient noise of the room, silencing the chatter. I braced myself, wondering of what color this guest would be, but the moment the boy spoke, my world shattered.
I'm Minamoto Tatsuya. Looking forward to getting to know you.
I lost my breath. There was no single color. The moment he spoke, the darkness exploded into a swirling kaleidoscope. I could not find just one color to describe, as they all collided, crashing like a cosmic storm. It flooded my dark abyss.
Right, well, Minamoto-kun, your seat will be at the empty desk on Tachibana-san's right.
I could feel the teacher showing the direction as the giggles swept softly through the class. The rhythmic stride moved closer, the air shifting in a wake behind him, making the cool air of the classroom waft into my face. Then I realized the closer he grew, so did the colors, becoming even brighter with every step he took. The chair to my right scraped the floorboards, and a low thump signaled him sitting down. The immense warmth of his presence settled beside me, smelling of something sweet, something I knew so familiar, but my mind was lost in the colors. I couldn't remember. He didn't just sit, he leaned. I heard the fabric of his uniform jacket slide against his chair back, a soft, deliberate creak of tension. He was leaning inward, his head angled toward my ear.
Cute mutt.
My heart hammered against my ribs. I pulled my chin downward. My fingers ached as I gripped my skirt. I could feel the heat radiating from him, crossing the narrow gap of the desk. She's my eye dog, so helps me see.
Well, that explains the shades.
He leaned back then, the wood of his chair groaning under his weight, shifting his center of gravity away from me. I heard the distant, sharp snap of Saito-sensei's ruler against the podium.
Minamoto-kun, no talking during the syllabus reading.
The new boy went still, his breathing settling into a rhythmic, relaxed pace. For the first time in 10 years, the absolute darkness of my world felt alive, pulsing with a wild, untouchable spectrum of colors that defied the silence of the room.